government inaugurates committee for dualization of Kefi Akwanga Makurdi Road. Experts advocate increased awareness of mental health to demystify misconceptions about the condition. Nigerian Labour Congress urges pension regulators to improve access to retirement benefits. This is the news at 3 on NTA 24. We're reaching you live from Abuja. Thank you for joining us. As part of measures of the Renewed Hope administration to revolutionize road infrastructure development and stimulate economic growth, the Minister of Works, Senator David Umahi, has inaugurated a committee on the implementation of cashless tolling system for Abuja Kefi Expressway and dualization of Kefi Akwanga Makurdi Road. Speaking during the inauguration ceremony held at the ministry's headquarters in Abuja, the minister stated that the cashless tolling system was a strategic program under the Highway Development and Management Initiative aimed at promoting strong and sustainable transportation ecosystem. He said, and I quote, "This is one of the cardinal strategies of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu towards realizing the desires of our people in the road sector development." Recalls that a point of Kefi Akwanga Makurdi was done on EPC plus F and funded up to 85% by China Exim Bank, and the federal government paid 15% counterpart funding, and the job was executed satisfactorily by China Harbour Limited. Part of the agreement is that they will toll the road and then recoup the money for the federal government to pay back the loan segment of the project. Inaugurating the committee, the minister commended very highly the President of Nigeria, His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, for the vast strategic economic recovery initiatives of the Renewed Hope administration, and expressed hope that the committee would leverage on ideals of the terms of reference handed to them to develop a robust implementation master plan that will lead to the realization of the economic and social objectives of the Highway Development and Management Initiative. Key players in Nigeria's information, communication and technology ICT sector want increased reliable communication satellites that will re-engineer the socio-economic development and ultimately help in achieving the desired national sovereignty. This was among the crux of submissions at a stakeholders forum organized by the Nigerian Communication Satellite Nincomsat Limited in Abuja. Olusheye Adiamo has details.
A continuation of the 2024 Nigerian Satellite Week, and the focus is on harnessing satellite communications for sustainable development. Nigeria Communications Satellite Limited is assembling these experts to discuss the progress of national satellite services, re-echo the essence of strategic partnerships with Nigecomsat in promoting commercialized services and help generate significant revenue for sustainable development.
We want to experience different sectors that are all here to be broadcasted, because we want to start the conversation on how we can fully impact the digital economy for Nigeria, starting with satellite technology.
We should seize the opportunity of this event to celebrate our achievements, explore new pathways and solutions, forge meaningful partnerships, and drive transformative change.
From professional analysis came a unanimous call on expansion of satellite infrastructure in the country towards an improved communication, data services, and technology-driven solutions for various sectors, especially security.
Right now, we have moved from normal military operation to advanced military operation. We now use drones. Now, drones, without satellite, we cannot operate our drones. Therefore, our partnership with NatComSat will see to the launching of more satellites in space.
Our target in terms of penetration level is to work with agencies, collaboration, but we want to move the nation's broadband penetration from where it is today is about 45% to 75%. We want to dominate this market in terms of how we serve this market. We see a future where 70% of our revenue will come from the Nigerian market.
These experts have hinged the success of effective satellite communication on active involvement of public and private sectors. In Abuja, Olusegun Adedeji, NTA News.
Guests on Good Morning Nigeria have re-emphasized the need to promote mental well-being as part of deliberate efforts at preventing mental conditions. The key players say religious leaders championing mental health conversation will be game-changing in demystifying misconceptions about mental health. Lydia Sampson reports.
With 8 out of 10 Nigerians having mental health conditions not able to get required treatments, guests on Good Morning Nigeria say decentralization of treatment is proactively increasing access. The key players are emphatic that implementing the Mental Health Act for optimal protection of persons with mental conditions must continuously be prioritized.
Mental health problems are a spectrum, right? Can be anxiety, can be depression, can be anything. Right, from children such as autism to adults to the old age with dementia. So across the lifespan, anybody can experience mental health challenges. And why are we talking more about it now? I think it's a good thing that there is increasing awareness.
The focus on it is on protecting the rights of people who have mental health challenges, because for the longest time, they have been taken advantage of. They are part of the vulnerable society, vulnerable community. So this act also goes a long way into ensuring that they are protected.
They want consistency in advocacy and awareness to mitigate stigma and discrimination for persons with mental health challenges. The expert reiterates the need for work-life balance, stressing that though stress can be positive, too much stress, they say, can get out of hand and lead to mental health challenge.
It takes both the national and sub-national collaboration and with the non-government partners too, non-state actors, everyone seeing their role. I think for the government side, the meeting point will always be at the National Council on Health.
If you don't lend a voice, if things happen, you can't hold anybody liable, because if you don't lend a voice, the government can't even know this is where our minds are going towards.
They also want broad spectrum policy to motivate and retain mental health care workers, as well as leveraging technology in promoting and improving mental health well-being in Nigeria. In Abuja, Lydia Sampson, NTA News.
President of Nigerian Labour Congress, Joseph Ajero, has called on pension regulators to live up to their responsibilities of ensuring that retirees access all their retirement benefits as at when due. Ajero made the demand while reacting to some of the complaints made by the pensioners during the National Conference on Federal Parastatals and Private Sector Pensioners Association of Nigeria. Joseph Asen reports.
They have worked and contributed their quota to the development of the country and should be enjoying the benefits of their labor at retirement.
Japan over the years has showcased that zero charge, many of us still have a lot to contribute to the society.
And as an affiliate of the Nigerian Labour Congress, the members of the Federal Parastatals and Private Sector Pensioners Association of Nigeria are joined here by the NLC President, Joseph Ajero. Ajero is not impressed that despite pension reforms, Many retirees are still struggling to assess their benefits.
Part of the crisis of this new policy is that some organizations, let me give you Kano Electricity, for 50-something months, they have not remitted. And you can't deduct and fail to remit. And the law then believes that you have to invest this money, and the interest accruable from it will be paid to the beneficiary. The PFAs are not doing it. Besides, there's a wrong interpretation. Most of them stop paying gratuity. And this is because of the new Pension Act. The new Pension Act is pension reform. It's not gratuity reform. The two are different.
The pensioners believe harmonization of pension and enforcement on pension regulations will address much of their plights, as they call on government at all levels to tackle current economic challenges for them to cope with emerging life demands.
Somebody retired on the same level 20 years ago is on 100,000 naira per month, but his contemporary today will retire on 400,000 naira. So if there is harmonization, that person should not be on 100,000.
The Federal Parastatals and Private Sector Pensioners Association of Nigeria were registered in March 2020 out of the Nigerian Union of Pensioners to press home demands of its members. In Abuja, Joseph Utsen, NTA News.
Two towers along Shiroro-Kaduna transmission lines have been vandalized, disrupting power supply to the northwest part of the country. The Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, in a statement says it will deploy the newly procured emergency restoration system to the site, pending the reconstruction of the damaged towers. TCN states that it has conducted an area survey in collaboration with security operatives, given the area's vulnerability to banditry, which poses threats to both TCN installations and personnel. A temporary measure is being implemented to supply bulk power to Kaduna and Kano regions through Kaduna-Jos transmission line. The African Continental Free Trade Area Coordination Office in Nigeria is solidifying the implementation of the agreement in the country through extensive consultations with the Nigeria Customs Service. National Coordinator Shego Awolowo says Nigeria must now gravitate towards export trade to reap the immense benefits. Kunle Adeyeye reports.
Attainment of Agenda 2063, the Africa we want, has been hinged on the success of the African Continental Free Trade Area, which connects 1.3 billion people with a combined gross domestic product of $3.4 trillion. With the takeoff, the Africa Continental Free Trade Area Coordination Office in Nigeria views the largest global economic agreement as the new wealth of Africa and wants Nigeria to exert its dominance as Africa's largest economy by shifting focus to trade exports based on its market size, but not without some stipulations for the Nigeria Customs Service.
The Nigeria Customs Service is the designated competent authority. In that case, they are going to be issuing the certificate of origin for any goods that want to go out. They hold the HSC codes. Our own customs has really geared up to the tax right from the inception of when we were negotiating for this agreement.
Being critical to its implementation, Customs remains unambiguous that issues like tariff concession on selected products will expand intra-African trade, which will ultimately reduce the cost of doing business.
The objective of this program is to strengthen the understanding and effectiveness of customs officers deployed in the implementation of the AFCFTA under the Guided Trade Initiative, GTI, through capacity building.
Very clearly that the Nigerian Customs Service does have a focus on trade facilitation, on focus on ensuring that Nigeria is a major beneficiary of the African Continental Free Trade Agreement.
This is our opportunity to work together, to collaborate, to invest in different geographies across the continent.
54 out of 55 African Union members have signed the African Continental Free Trade Agreement, while 47 have ratified. Kunle Adeyeye, NTA News.
It is still the news desk at 3 on NTA 24. Please stay tuned for more reports when we return in just a minute.
On August 1, 1966, a series of events thrust a 31-year-old to the wheel as Nigeria's head of state. He was to be at the helm for 9 more years. Yakubu Gowon is 90.
How do I look like? Don't I look combative instead of being shy?
Gerald Gowon tells us his story. Was there a time when money was not our problem, but how to spend it?
When I said that we have so much money, I didn't say that we do not know what to do with it.
Join us on the network service of the NTA for a special documentary on Gowon. Go on with One Nigeria on Saturday, the 19th of October, 2024 at 8 p.m.
Welcome back. The Kogi State government has announced restriction of vehicular movement between the hours of 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturday, 19th of October 2024. A statement by the Commissioner of Information in the state, Kingsley Fanwo, says the decision is to ensure a hitch-free council poll in the state and to guarantee the security of voters and citizens across the 21 local government areas of the state. The state government has also directed security agencies to enforce the order in the interest of the people and to ensure that offenders are punished. The state government also calls on citizens to come out massively to participate in the local government election to elect their representatives at the local government areas, assuring prospective voters of adequate security as they exercise their franchise on Saturday. The statement also expressed confidence in the capacity of the Kogi State Independent Electoral Commission to organize a free, fair, and credible council polls across the state. And of course, joining us via Zoom is the Commissioner for Information, Kogi State, Mr. Kingsley Fanwo. Good afternoon, sir. Tell us how prepared Kogi State is for the big day, tomorrow's election, and what's the message for the people of Kogi ahead of the election?
And we are prepared for the Kogi State Independent Electoral Commission. Deploy the material, the science materials to all the government waiting a hit tomorrow. So it's something that we are prepared for. And like the state has admonished, we want it to be a celebration of democracy, celebration of the sanctity of the ballot over the bullets, a celebration of the free will of the people of Kogi State and their representatives at the grassroots level.
Can you tell us what you foresee as the major concern of the people of Kogi State ahead of tomorrow's election?
Can I have the question again, please?
Okay, I'm just trying to find out what you foresee to be the major concerns of Kogi people as they prepare for the election tomorrow. Mr. Commissioner.
Okay, I think I can hear you clearly now. Can I have the...
Trying to ask if there are, some concerns, by Kogi State people ahead of the elections tomorrow. What do you foresee as the major concerns?
I can hear you now.
All right, so we'll try to establish contact again with the commissioner. Meanwhile, Jonathan Omajale is standing by to give us updates on the situation in Lokoja. Hello, Jonathan. Please tell us the level of preparations for tomorrow's election.
Talking about yes, talking about level of preparation at the moment, I'm right at the office of the State Independent Electoral Commission. And if you look behind me, you will see that there's a whole lot that is going on right now. It's been like that in the last 24 hours. And what is happening at the moment is of the electoral areas. Last night, of course, the distribution has been very seamless. Yes, what the commission is doing at the moment is to attend to those areas that are far-flung, because there are some of the journeys that will take for like 4 hours. So they will attend to people from those distant local government. But by and large, it's been a very seamless exercise, and we hope that before nightfall, virtually all the local government would have taken delivery of the electoral materials.
All right, Jonathan, thank you so much for this update. I'm sure we'll be getting back to you once in a while to, get more updates. All right, I don't know if the commissioner is standing by so that we can just take one more, question, and then we'll wrap up. All right, the commissioners, I was only trying to find out from you if there are some foreseen fears, or concerns of Kogi people ahead of tomorrow's election.
There are no fears. There are no negative concerns. The people are ready to cast their votes, and the state government has provided enough security to ensure that we have a hitch-free election tomorrow. It is the responsibility of the state government to ensure that people could come out to freely express their democratic choice, and that is what we have been able to do. So it is going to be a celebration of democracy tomorrow. There are no fears, there are no security concerns, because all modalities have been put in place to ensure a hitch-free poll tomorrow.
All right, thank you so much, Commissioner Kingsley Fanwa, for this update. Thank you so much. And of course, Kogi State is, gearing up for local government election, with voters set to head to the polls in less than 24 hours. And moving on, following the recent tanker explosion in Majia town, Tora, local government area of Jigawa State, which claimed the lives of more than 150 people, the senator representing Jigawa Northwest, Senator Babangida Hussaini, has paid a condolence visit to the grieving families. During the visit, Senator Hussaini expressed deep condolence and sympathy to the bereaved families and offered prayers for the victims of the disaster. Senator Hussaini also donated 10 million naira to the surviving victims who are currently undergoing treatment in various medical centers and hospitals across the state, while calling on relevant government agencies and other organizations to provide the necessary relief and support to the victims. He also urged the public to remain vigilant and avoid hazardous practices during such emergencies. This is the news desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Here are again the major highlights of the bulletin. Federal government inaugurates committee for dualization of Kefi Akwanga Markadi Road. Experts advocate increased awareness on mental health to demystify misconceptions about the condition. Nigeria Labour Congress urges pension regulators to improve access to retirement benefits.
This is NTA
Sports is next. And that concludes the News Desk at 3 on NTA News 24. Thank you for watching. I am Mina Daniels.